Hello, JD. Welcome back. You're right here, Media Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. It's that time again, and I tell you what, we've not just got 3 things lined up for you tonight. We've got 4.
That's how intense this show is going to be tonight, just for you guys.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm just going to go cross straight to the LGL because I'm excited.
We're going to hold the LGL for later.
Oh, come on, man.
We want to start with some music, just for the people watching.
So we're gonna maybe mellow these guys into tonight's episode. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, we've got 2 music artists for tonight. Who are they?
We'll start with Lauren Glezer.
All right, and then, of course, we're going to come back with Beck and Sebastian.
That's right.
Let's go have a look.
Tread lines, work hard, find time for your insides. Watch your back, watch this too. To carry yourself, I still need you. Get fit, tuck your shirt in. Tell me you believe in him. Tell me you believe. Telling me you believe. Telling me you believe in him. It'll be alright in the end.
Jade Hunter here for Media Strikes Back. We're here with Lauren Glezer, who is launching her EP here in Melbourne tonight. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. A bit nervous. Yeah, but I think it'll be a great night, good show. So yeah, fantastic.
Tell us a little bit about your single. When did it launch and how did it come about? What was your inspiration?
Sure. So my single was launched on the 12th of September, but I released a film clip earlier than that. And the inspiration was sort of, let me think of how I want to say this. I look at the way people sort of go through their lives kind of blindly, I'd say. And I contrasted that. I contrasted a corporate man with a child that's like throwing fairy dust in the air and stuff like that. And so it's always about, it's finding the light, always like, where's your light, pretty much.
We've had a look at the film clip. It's absolutely beautiful. What was the name of the single?
This Living is the name of the single, yeah.
And what's the theme of the song throughout? Like, the words are absolutely beautifully written. Tell us a little bit about your creative process.
Sure. So the chorus is actually not my own line, but I love the line, and it's it'll be alright in the end, and if it's not the end. And it's actually inspired by my dad, and he works very hard in his life, and he's an amazing man. But I often stop and wonder if he's, lived it in the way that he's wanted to. And I guess this song came from all those questions. Did you want to do it this way? And if you didn't, can you change? And I think that I put this song out there in the world, so people can decide that if they do want to change, that it's never too late. They can change.
That's such a beautiful message. That's really great. Tell us about some of the other songs on the EP. How many songs does the EP have?
It has 5 songs. One is, the title track is Searching for Tall. It's not the single. So the title of the EP, I guess, lots of people would think it refers to a search for somebody else, but that's a bonus. That's great.
It's not about a search for a tall, handsome man.
No, although I got one. He's great.
I think she's blushing a little bit now.
No, he's great, but it's not about that. That was more unexpected. It's more about the search for tall in yourself, for the bigger parts of yourself, and my journey in searching for that. I'm still very much on it, so I'm not there, but yeah, I think that's a theme of a lot of my songs, is looking for the bigness in myself.
So what's your everyday inspiration when it comes to writing your songs?
Just looking on TV. My inspiration, love of all sorts, finding it in myself. for myself, other people's stories, definitely, and always searching. I feel like we're all always searching for something, and hence the title of this EP. It's been a lot of searching. Yeah.
How would you describe your music? Say 3 words to describe your music.
Honest, real, I hope, and raw. They're pretty much the same, I guess, but raw, definitely.
How did you get into the music business? Have you always been a songwriter?
How did I get into the music business? Yeah. I decided a couple of years ago that when I was actually travelling in India and feeling a bit unwell from a tummy bug, thought I was dying.
You were searching.
I was searching. I decided that this was going to be it, and that I was going to go and I was going to make a record and I was going to put it out there in the world, and this is the physical manifestation of that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I feel like I'm at the beginning of that, really. Yeah.
It must be great to see all your work come together, and we're looking forward to seeing the launch of the EP tonight in Melbourne. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy the show.
Absolutely.
So slow to let go, and it aches my heart. I won't show, I want to know, when will I learn to restart? Whoever said that love requires a license? Find your guide, your truth, and run. You won't find it, you won't find. So take your aim and damn shame. Go ahead and hide behind your barricade. Barricade, yeah. So strong, yet so cold. You froze me to the bone. What I know is that I'll go standing tall on my own. This heart is hidden with this condition. Find your guide, your truth, and round. You won't find it, you won't find. So take your aim and damn shame. Go ahead and hide behind your barricade. Yeah.
Guys, I'm so excited. Today I've got a really fun interview chatting to these guys. Beck and Sebastian, you might remember them from such shows like The Voice. Oh my goodness. What was that like? I am so jealous.
It was absolutely amazing experience. Very, very new for me, or for both of us,
And me
really.
as well. I've never
Sorry.
done one of these shows before. So.
Yeah.
So you've never auditioned for Idol or X Factor, any of those?
Oh, back in the day, I actually auditioned for X Factor by myself, but I didn't get anywhere with it.
No?
I needed Becca there, so...
Clearly, she was the missing ingredient.
Yes, exactly.
And you were mentored by Ricky Martin. Yes. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, he was really great. He's a really good guy.
Very lovely energy.
Do you have to still pinch yourself? Like, did that actually all happen?
I don't know if it did.
It still doesn't seem real.
No, because I remember when you when we were there, he actually said something after
We're-
around
no,
the
we're-
piano.
yeah,
we're doing
around
a
the piano
sound
with
check.
Jessica Malboy and Ricky Martin, and then afterwards you walked out, and I said, "Do you realise we were just around a piano singing with Jessica Malboy and Ricky Martin?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Did that just happen?"
It's just very surreal. Like, yeah.
Oh my goodness. And talking about surreal, like you've just come back from the States. We've dropped some big names in there like Jessica Malboy, Ricky Martin, we go for coffee with them all the time now. What about Megan Trainor, Lil Kim? What the?
Yeah, well, that actually originated from The Voice. We had people reach out to us on Twitter. And yeah, so basically they asked us to come over to perform Come Out With Pride in Orlando. And basically we sorted everything out. And then eventually, once we got everything locked down, I think it was a week later, they announced their lineup with Megan Trainor and all that. And we're like, wow, this is awesome.
Again, is this really happening? Did that just happen?
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Somebody pitch me.
It was the biggest crowd we've ever performed in front of. I think
150,000
people were around that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was about probably 2,000 in the seats just watching. So massive vibe with the people, and yeah, it was just amazing.
Okay, so Beck has never performed in front of family, friends. She's performing in front of a crowd of 150,000.
Well, you know what they say, being thrown in the deep end. So yeah, it's helped me a lot. The Voice helped me a lot. Just getting out there as much as possible, doing as many gigs as we can.
Did you write your last IP, Barricade? That is one hot song. Barricade, check out this song. It will get stuck in your head and you won't be able to get it out, but it's a good thing because it's an awesome tune, awesome track. So you wrote that song?
We wrote it
together. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did the production on that one as well.
Yeah. So, but like basically the process and how it works, I mean, it varies every time, but we'll sit in the studio, like depending on what mood we're in, someone will come up with a melody or the lyrics, and but Bass will always be the one fundamentally doing all the production because I have absolutely no idea.
Kind of saying, I want this way.
This way, yeah.
But I'm never controlling or anything.
Yeah. We work as a team, and yeah.
You work as a team.
We need each other, basically.
And the future, what does the future hold? Are we going to see you on another reality TV show? Are you starting your own reality TV show?
The life of Beck and Sebastian.
And who does what chores? Yeah. And in the mix, check out the studio. Yeah. Are we touring? Where can we find you? Do you perform at places regularly?
No, at the moment we've just been focusing on the release with Barricade. So we've just been pushing the single. We've been doing all the interviews and radio and social media, all of that. Just reaching out to our fans and people just to kind of get people knowing who we are and what we're all about since The Voice, because The Voice kind of puts you in this box of you're the voice artist. So now we're breaking away from that and becoming our own brand. So next year we'll be setting up a tour, releasing
a lot more gigs.
Another single, and get onto the EP as well.
Fantastic.
Busy.
God, I got some great tips. I'm so inspired, guys. Follow Beck and Sebastian all over the social channels and keep up with what's coming up.
How did you like those bands?
I did like those bands, and I tell you what, I'm going to be following them. So make sure that anyone you see on tonight's episode, you go on, you find out who they are, because they're all over our website.
That's right. We're gonna put the link right on our Facebook page so you guys can go check them out and follow them.
Exactly. Make sure you follow them because they're going to come out bigger and better than ever. And you saw them first on Media Strikes Back.
I'll tell you what, JD. Last week we did Yana's mystery designer.
We did, and it went so well.
Yeah, we get the messages and everything from everybody.
Mystery number 2.
So now we're gonna have another mystery designer just for you guys.
Here we go, Yana.
So here's a name to watch out for. Michelle Emma, the next up-and-coming designer who's just finished her schooling. So watch out and follow the story as she just goes all over the place, all over Australia, all over the world. I have no doubts whatsoever. Recently been awarded Graduate of the Year, I hear. Yes, at the Academy of Design here in Melbourne.
Yes, just finished last year, so ready to get into it.
Ready to take over the world. Now, where to start? Where's your head at? Are you going to travel and just just have a bit of a break? You're going to go straight into it?
Well, I did finish last year, so I've had this year as a bit of a break. So I'm looking forward to getting into it next year and entering as many competitions as I can. And fashions on the field next year, the racing carnival.
Isn't that great to get exposure that way? That's actually really good advice for all your other fashionistas out there. Do you know what is involved in trying for those types of competition? Do you have to make everything from scratch, like millinery inclusive?
I'm not sure whether I'll be doing the millinery myself or commissioning somebody to make a piece that complements my look, but definitely the outfit. And yeah, I'll have a concept of the whole look and go from there.
What essentially gives you the idea to, I'm going to use pink, or do you just sort of sit there and one day go, the light bulb moment?
Yeah, I do. I'm always constantly thinking about new ideas and new designs and things, and I'm very appealed to beauty and showing that within my designs, like very feminine looks, and I'm very much into detailing and.
I can see. So I'm wearing one of your pieces now, which is embroidered, and that's hand
embroidered. Yes.
Hand embroidered. I don't know if you can get a close up on that, but it is just stunning. And super comfortable, and honestly, if I look at it through a magnifying glass, I'm telling you, I will not find a single fault in it. A bit of a perfectionist, are we?
I am. Very much so.
Which you got to be, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're all about vintage. Tell us about that.
I am. I have a very classic, timeless approach to my designs, and that's where I draw inspiration from vintage things.
Is there a particular person that stands out for you that you get inspiration from decades before?
I do love Dior. That's probably one of my favourite classic designers. Yeah.
And I think the other great thing about you mentioning timelessness is sometimes you buy a dress, you wear it once, and then it just collects dust in your wardrobe. Whereas with the vintage look, which is very much on trend now, and I'm sure it will be forever, you can wear that dress, give it a rest, wear it again, who knows, 5-10 years later, if you still fit into it, why not?
Yeah.
Are you all about recycling your clothes and sustainability? I know that there's a big component in fashion schools these days about that.
Not so much sustainability, but very much into designing pieces that will last for decades, as you said, for my customers to bring out something from their wardrobes and wear again and again. That's always not so much on trend, but always appropriate.
Absolutely, and I think by having that flexibility to custom make something, so if someone comes to you and they're like, I've got this fabric in mind or this colour in mind, it already gives you a bit of a head start, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped, JD. I know you love this segment
I do
because
love
last
this
time
segment.
we did it and you're like, I want to do it.
Like, how can I not do it? I must admit, I was totally surprised. So I'm not going to say another word because you guys know what I'm excited about. It's the LGL.
Yep, Ladies Gridiron League. It's the top sports right here in Melbourne right now, I think, anyway, I believe.
It's huge right now. The following is massive. If you haven't seen it on Facebook already, clearly you haven't been on Facebook.
That's right. Girls playing American Gridiron here in Aussie soil. It's going to be the best thing ever.
And I tell you what, they are tougher than some of the AFL players. Check it out. All right, ladies and gents, here I am with three lovely ladies. I've got KK, Steph and Bronte with me, and they're from the LGL. Tell us, ladies, what's LGL all about?
LGL is a fast-paced, arena-style women's football league. We play full tackle. It's totally full tilt, just like the men's gridiron. We don't wear leg pads, but we wear upper pads and also our helmet. I can guarantee you we hit just as hard as some of the guys as well, for our size, for sure. So it's fast-paced. It's a lot of fun. You should definitely come out and check us out.
Okay, and it's all about the Tri-Nations at the moment. That's what's happening. So tell us, I mean, you're going to be playing with a lot of different people, different teammates than what you're used to. Who can tell us something about that?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's very talented individually. Not knowing each other as a team, that's just something we're going to have to deal with, and that's where all the leaders, have to step up, and that's when everyone kind of shines, because we don't have time really. So at the end of the day, as a team, we're just going to have to work together as best we can, and I'm sure we will.
Fantastic. And you're obviously here representing Australia. So how does it feel to represent Australia?
You know, I think every athlete strives to represent their country, so there's really no bigger honour that you can achieve in your sporting life. So being here with these girls, with this great league, you know, what more can you ask for? Yeah. That's
it. Tell me, what's actually involved? Because, I mean, if you guys are going to be hitting as hard as the men do, and probably more because men are wimps at times, tell us what goes into your day-to-day routine. How do you guys prepare for all this?
So with our teams, we're training about 3 times a week as a team. Outside of that, we all have our own weights programs, and they all differ depending on position. So I suppose, for example, our lines, the girls on the line who are, I suppose, our bigger hitters, they would do different weights as opposed to the girls that are running your cornerback or your wide receiver roles. But yeah, I mean, all the girls work really hard. We have a lot of different backgrounds for all our different athletes. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty tough sport. We've had some professional athletes rock up, being interested to play, watch the girls hit, and it's just not for them. Yeah. So you've got to have a lot of guts with it too. It's not just weights and training. You've got to mentally be prepared for sure.
Yeah, it's not easy. You've got to be conditioned properly to play the games, especially with recovery and stuff like that. So you've got to be looking after your body and listening to your body. You know, you can't just come out, run on the field and think you're going to be fine. You know, we take big hits, we give big hits. So, yeah.
Like they were saying, just piggybacking off of them, I don't think a lot of people really understand all the effort and time that we do put in this. We do treat this as a professional sport, and we take it very seriously. And me going in, I know that, like Steph was saying, we have college athletes, professional athletes. We have girls that have played at all different levels coming together and playing this sport. And honestly, for me, this has been the most competitive competition that I've ever played against in women's sports. So a lot of people don't understand the time and the effort that we put into it. And if you come out and see us tomorrow, you'll see how much time and effort we do put into it.
Well, fantastic. It's pretty much it's a full-time career and kind of it's a lifestyle choice as well, isn't it? Because I would imagine your eating habits and your diet would have to obviously be maintained to your regime that you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, absolutely. And I suppose there's no sport like it. As we said before, a lot of people have played all different sports and things like that. There is nothing like this sport. And yeah, you have to be prepared in terms of diet. A lot of us work full time, so on top of that, you've got to know when you need a rest. Yeah. So it's not just something, we don't get the pleasure of, you know, we do put all our energy into this, but a lot of the girls, as I said, work, or they're students, or they're full-time mums. So yeah, there's a lot more behind the scenes happening, yeah.
Definitely the calibre of athletes will be shown this weekend. You can see how hard we work, so yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I think it's important that everybody gets down for the Tri-Nations, but more importantly, coming through, we've got the season coming up next year, so we really want to start to bring that through. It is such a massive sporting state, and I'm sure Sydney will be behind it as well. Yeah. So I'd really like to see things really kick off for you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure, thank you.
No worries. Thanks again.
No worries.
Thank you.
Wow, JD, how good was that?
How good was it? I've got nothing to say. Like, you guys saw how good it was, and did you hear the noises that they made when they hit each other?
Oh man,
they're not dancing out there.
They don't play around. They don't play around.
No. That's why I stayed off the field.
I want to say congratulations to the New Zealand team for winning the Tri-Nations. Yeah.
And of course, big congratulations to both Australia and USA.
Yep.
Phenomenal effort out there tonight.
Amazing for the tiny little country of New Zealand beating the two big countries.
Oh, okay. It's good. I think there's the same amount of people on the field.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Now, anyways, guys, support the LGL.
Yeah, because it's going to go absolutely bananas this year. The Melbourne Maidens.
You got to support Melbourne Maidens because you know what?
Because you guys are based in Melbourne.
Compulsory. It's compulsory.
It's compulsory. But you know what? I have a soft spot for Sydney because Bronte, hey, how you going? Love your work. Yeah, I've got a soft spot for Bronte. So Sydney's, next.
Are you done, JD?
No, I'm not done because I'm revved up. I reckon you and I should go and have a practice.
I'm too scared to go against those girls. They're
Not against the girls. I'll go against you. No problems. I'll be crying if I get tackled by
All right. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching tonight's episode. Check out our Facebook page. We're going to have all the links of the people we had on the show, especially
the LGL. Every single team will be on there. So feel free. If you like colours, choose by colours. If you want to choose by suburbs,
Melbourne
choose by
Maidens,
girls,
choose by
girls.
Maidens for sure. Choose by girls. Sydney, this guy.
Sydney. Hey, come on.
Anyway, we'll see you guys again next Monday.
8 p.m. Do not forget.